Hey guys, what's going on? It's iTouch Stuff here, that's spelled with a zero, and I know I'm bringing you guys another Adobe Photoshop CS5 tutorial, two in one day. But there was not really anything else that sort of interests me today, so I thought I'd bring you guys a bundle of Adobe Photoshop CS5 tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make 3D text on this really awesome gradient background that you can see right here. Now this text color can be any color, I just chose white, just to keep it plain and simple, and I think it looks nicer like this. So basically this is the effect that we're going for, this nice 3D text. And previously in Photoshop, you could not create 3D text from the application itself. You would have had to gone into Illustrator or another 3D text program and create it and then import it into Photoshop, which was really such a drag. But now in Photoshop CS5, you have this option, and again, this only works in Photoshop CS5. So sorry to all you CS4, CS3, CS2 users, but this won't work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. This is basically the effect that we're going to have in the end, so don't save. File, new, and you want to create a new document. I'm going to go 1920 by 1200. That's a really nice wallpaper desktop resolution to have. And first off, we want to just double click on this background layer to make it editable and click OK. Now we can edit on this layer, and first off we want to create a really nice gradient. It's of your choosing, you don't have to. If you just want to make the text, go ahead, but if you want to make a gradient, a nice wallpaper, first do this. So I'm going to go ahead, choose a lighter color as always. It always looks better. I have this light blue right here. HTML notation is 5AC 5ED, and I have this really dark blue here, which the HTML notation is 00354D. I'm going to click OK. So I have those two colors here. I'm going to go up to my gradient tool, and this I want to set on foreground to background. Should be the first option. Click OK. On the panel over here, you can set it to linear if you want, but I'm going to go for radial, which is the second option. Mode on normal, opacity 100%, reverse unchecked, dither and transparency checked. And I just want to drag from the center of the image outward like this. And you can see I have this really nice gradient here. I'm just going to quickly undo it because it's not getting the effect that I want. I want to make it a little bigger, maybe like this. That looks pretty good. So I have this nice radial gradient here, and now we can start with our text. So you want to go to your text panel right here on the left hand side. It's the T, click on that. Go up here, select your font. I'm going to be using Arial Black. It's just plain and simple. It's nice and bold. It should be at the top. It's in alphabetical order if you want to use that. I'm going to have it set to regular because it's already pretty bold. And then the font size, I'm going to use 150 and have this set on crisp. Center this. You don't really need to unless you're having two lines of text. And I'm going to set the text color to white, or actually a gray, right? No, actually I'm going to go for white because the 3D is sort of gray. So then you just want to click anywhere on your document and start typing. So I'm going to type my name, and then you want to click on your move tool up at the top and just drag this and center it somewhere. So I think this is pretty good right here. And then you want to click on your text layer, go up to the top, click 3D, and you want to click or go down to Repose and then text layer. Now this will bring up your 3D panel. And since this is a really big font and a really large image, it might take a while. But yes, I have it set on the first one, which is this plain and simple box. I think that looks the best. It's the easiest to go to. You can go ahead and adjust the scale, meaning how far back it goes. And you have some more options if you scroll down here. To me, I find all of these pointless. I have no need for them, especially these twists. If you want to go ahead and try it, it's a waste of your time. Click on one of these two twists and you'll see what happens. It really just takes it and messes up your entire 3D font. But if you're going for that twisty effect, it is pretty cool. So I have it set on the first one. I'm just going to click OK. And you can see it's really pixelated here. But what's going to happen is it's going to go over all of the 3D text and your entire image in a second. You'll see all the boxes start to go. Or actually not, that's in the next step, I'm sorry. But yeah, so this is the end result of that. But as you can see here, I'm going to zoom in. It's really terrible 3D. I mean, look at that. That's so pixelated. They don't have any of the shadows right. It's just a plain block of gray, and we're gonna fix that in one really simple step. It might take a while, but you don't have to do any work. Photoshop does it for you. So what you want to do, you want to go up to the top, click Window, click 3D, and you should be greeted with this new 3D scene window. Now down here you want to select quality, or there's an option for quality. You want to click on it. It should be on interactive. You want to select ray traced final, and here you'll see this blue box with 4 squares appear, and this might take a while depending on how your text, how big it is, and it's going to go over this and it's going to redo everything. It's going to make it nice and smooth, get the shadows right. You can see here the shadows of the image look really dissolved, but that's going to be fixed in the end. Don't worry, guys, it's going to look real nice. Give it a little while. For me, it takes about 5 minutes with this particular font size. So I'm going to come back to you and I'll show you when it's all done. Alright guys, so it's all done. You can see here it looks really nice. It's very, very nice. I'm loving it. You should be too. And if I zoom in here, you can see all of that pixelation is gone. Look at those shadows right here. That F is perfectly shadowed onto that F. That S is nice onto that T, and that T is nice onto that U. So that's basically basic 3D text in Photoshop. You can also see it got rid of all those dissolved pixels over here, and it sort of smoothed them out, and it has this really nice sort of matte looking texture if you're looking at it from my view. But yeah, so this is basically just 3D text. You can go ahead and save this, which I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as wallpaper, and I'm going to click here and save it as a PNG. And I'll save it to my desktop. Save. Okay. It'll take a bit, just depending on how fast your computer is, once again. And that's basically 3D text. Once again, this has been iTouch Stuff here that's spelled with a 0. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Please do subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.